Hello, everyone. I am Chris Falco with Falconian Productions, and I am storytelling for.
I'm Andrew. I play Mason, a Dawncast Solar, an upstanding member of the Pentex first team.
Neither us Dolores Star, the Heart Eater, the Office Witch.
Nick playing as Henry Temple, the Infernal Exalted, uh, head of IT.
And hi, I'm Alpha Wolf. I am playing a nameless Abyssal Exalted. Hopefully she will earn a moniker in game. And she works in the low-level administrative department.
Right. So, last time we left off after a fairly simple game of winning $35 million in a vampire's casino. You know, nothing major, nothing eventful, just, casual night for a bunch of exalts. And so we are going to basically go to the next day because they decided against trying to do a heist while they probably have ghosts or something following them. That being said, that they did put a pin on that to basically try and steal from Pentex's hub office later today or tomorrow or whenever they do that. There it is, Pentex hub office on the map. So yeah. Now then, Nameless Abyssal previously also worked for the office that we started off in during session 1, where the Nexus Crawler formed out of Henry's chrysalis and killed just about everyone, and that included her. But while Pentex, immediately wrote just about everyone off that night, she stood back up after some creepy abyssal whisper type stuff that they go through. It's a whole thing. If you want to talk about it more, you can feel free. Otherwise, we can start work.
So, I'm assuming that she got up out of the rubble. I'm assuming there's rubble.
Yes, there was definitely rubble.
Yeah. And felt mysteriously drawn to a graveyard. Perhaps to bury the people who had died in the Nexus Crawler attack.
Mm-hmm.
After all, that is only proper, and that's when she was dragged into the Shadowlands by a bunch of specters.
Yep. All right. And then some amount of time passed there, and you coming to grips with you being some horrific exalt before eventually you called into work and said you got better. And so that just happens to coincide with today. They told you, well, if you're actually alive, get back to work. And so that will be this morning, and yeah. So we will start off, I suppose, with Dolores, because she usually gets there before anyone else if she even leaves. Though, of course, she left for the casino last night. Right, you basically live there at this point.
That's my, nice comfy place. This is where I actually can get some sleep.
Right, because it's very hard to sleep outside of your lair.
Yeah, all those, eyes watching me everywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Right, so essentially, this morning, shortly after everyone else starts coming into the department, and, well, I guess all departments, the building does whisper to you that someone new has arrived. Someone it doesn't recognize.
Let me quickly check my charms. Whether my perception charm lets me see things that charm, or I can only hear things with my essence layer, not perceive them. I don't think so. Hmm.
Yeah, well, you can hear footsteps or whatever she's doing. Does she get coffee in the morning?
Probably not, actually. Although she will on occasion, you know, shimmish to the wildlings, or so she's been told.
Bane juice they put in it just wakes you right up.
So I guess I'll just, go around myself, try to figure out who this person is.
Alright. Well, why don't you describe her a bit? Because I imagine Dolores will eventually notice you as not matching the typical decor of the people here.
Yeah, so this is a early to mid-20s woman who looks Greek, but also very, very goth at the moment. But at the same time, so like black hair and you know, striking green eyes.
Mm.
But she's goth in such a way that it works actually really well for a formal office. It's something like a black cocktail dress that's also accompanied by like black pantyhose and stuff like that. High heels.
Like, just barely match up with the office requirements for dress, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a business goth is probably the best way to describe it.
Business goth.
Damn, those HR getting away with such things.
Business God.
And of course, when anyone in HR questions her about it, she just scares the crap out of them.
Alright, well, Dolores, do you want to roll awareness when you spot her?
Sure thing. What's the difficulty?
Just 6.
Just 6.
I
Okay,
don't think
so,
she has any charms to hide her supernatural nature.
I do not.
I'll activate my excellency and my perception charm.
At the same time,
Yeah.
or over the course of a
Yes.
few extra seconds?
Well, takes a couple seconds, but sure. 12 successes.
Okay, yeah, with that much, you can feel that there is some strong supernatural force within her. Obviously, with awareness alone, you still can't identify specifics, but it's definitely at the same sort of tier as the anima within your peers that, your quote-unquote circle. But it definitely also feels a bit different.
Oh no, someone's rolling on my turf. I guess I'll call up the other guys.
Yeah, and I will say, if I may, when you do actually see her, you feel like a shiver down your spine, and it almost feels like the room has dropped a couple degrees.
Oh no, HR has entered the building.
Yeah.
Something
Slightly worse than normal for HR.
yeah, it's a situation of it could easily be written off as, gosh darn it, the air conditioning is acting up again.
All right.
HR in
But
morning. Oh,
Chilled.
right. So
Oh, and
I guess I'll.
obviously, Nameless Abyssal, you could probably also roll awareness, though you're not specifically looking for someone, so I'd probably raise your difficulty to 7.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. I don't have a lot there anyway. Alright, let's go. 4 dice at diff 7.
Nice. Hey, it's worth a shot.
You know how to roll, guys.
Yep. We ran her
2
through it.
successes.
Okay, yeah.
Successes, actually.
2 successes. So yeah, you basically feel a sort of tingle as you catch Dolores' heading off to talk to the others, once she's done staring at you. It's not as obvious or as quick as when she was blatantly looking for you, but you do notice that something is coming from her, just about as she's turning away.
Must be those golden eyes.
Clearly.
Okay.
I mean, there's something supernatural here, but the nameless Abyssal is not scared because, well, why would she be scared? She died and came back.
You probably know that this is a place of power also. You gain your multi-generation.
Yeah, if she used her charm, she would definitely know that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would have probably just prickled awareness anyway, at very low difficulty. At this point, because, it's a potent dragon nest, and it's awakened, and it's, got a spirit, and it's got the just normal oddity of, it is very supernatural.
Was this place always so weird?
Yes, this place definitely feels more tingly than the old office.
But yeah, she's gonna like look in the direction Dolores was as she's walking off.
Mm-hmm.
So which one of us do you head to?
Well, probably the security guy.
Yeah, I'm probably in the security office. Likely this early in the morning, like filling out paperwork or checking out my firearms or whatever.
Right.
Check out McNuts. Oh, you.
Well, no, you got to get here 15 minutes early before you clock in to get all your firearms and stuff ready.
Yeah.
Get your favorite gun out.
Yeah.
Even if you can... Sorry, go ahead.
I'll look over at Dolores, and as I'm like, strapping on my handgun or whatever, and asking her what's up.
Mason, we've got an issue. There's some weird person that just came in.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to them. I guess you should get Henry.
They're they're like supernatural, I think.
Well, the place does glow now, so it's not entirely unexpected. Let's go deal with it. Rather, I should say, we knew this was coming.
Time to wire them up.
Right. So yeah, we'll go collect Henry, and then you can lead us to the new person that you detected.
Sure.
And Henry is, of course, in the IT office, pretending to work.
Yes. Well, no, I'm in the IT office because I'm getting all my work done as quickly as possible in the morning so I can head down to the lab and be available by phone and email only.
Right.
For a bit. But yeah, I'll just be typing at ludicrous speed till someone comes in. Oh, hey, Mason, Dolores, what's going on? Is everything okay?
We have a thing. There's a new supernatural in the office.
Oh, all right. No questions. Just gonna get up and go.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'll ask, so on the way, it's so is it like a Fomori or what?
Well, I think they're corporeal. At least they looked solid. So I think that's similar to us, but like I know that many other supernaturals, so
Yeah. You definitely felt above Fomori tier.
They seem strong.
Also, Fomori are very much corporeal. It's Banes that are not.
Dolores doesn't know that shit.
Yeah.
Everything's a Fomori.
The bad guys, the Fomorzo,
The Nintendos.
The Nintendos.
Oh gosh.
All right. Yeah. So, it wouldn't be hard to find her at this point since, you know who you're talking about. Worst case, you ask the building what department she seems to be working in, and there you go, in a cramped little office shared with 10 other people. Because, you know, she's at the bottom rung of the HR administrative section.
So, out of curiosity, when we find the nameless Abyssal, what does her employee badge say? Because it always has your name written on it.
It hasn't been given back to her yet. It got destroyed in the attack.
There you go.
Perfect.
A temporary badge. Even more suspicious.
They do usually put your name on those too, but I guess you could have just spooked the security guard and you just put person.
Yeah,
It's a test. They were just testing out the new system.
Test person, please ignore. Yeah, I guess we sort of all pile into the cramped HR office and snootily ignore Gladys's glare.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a glare from her.
Okay, so wait, I've heard we know the person we're looking for is in here. Can we see her right now?
I assume so.
Okay,
Yes.
I wasn't sure if she's doing some stealth shenanigans or something.
She's quite a Visigoth.
So yeah, I guess we should head over to the business goth after we probably spend 2 minutes asking Gladys about her cats or whatever it is to get her to go away.
I'll run interference on Gladys. That's what I'll do for the duration. You guys go chat with with the new person.
How's your computer doing, Gladys?
Oh, is it working right? Yeah. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back? Okay. Yeah. Oh, you didn't try that yet. Okay.
Mind
Let's just
Spider.
press that button.
Oh, it's
Mine's
not
by
even.
her.
It's not even on yet. Oh, see this here. This is your power strip, and it's also gotten off. But
Exactly. That's what I'll do to keep her busy.
sounds good. So yeah, nameless Abyssal. You have 2 people heading towards you, and one of them is indeed the one that was staring at you earlier, and felt tingly.
And the other one is a gentleman in a first team uniform.
Yeah, he also feels tingly. I'm not gonna make you roll again.
So, what should I roll to try remembering this person's name? Being the male person.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think as an Abyssal you don't like automatically gain anything that gets rid of the name in memories or anything. You don't have any equivalent of arcane, so
No.
yeah, it would just be, let's call it difficulty 8 since it's not someone you'd have much interaction with, you know. I believe.
Right.
They did it memory.
Yeah. You have eidetic memory?
We both do.
Okay, if you have eidetic memory, there's not really any pressure at the moment. You can just know whatever her former name was.
We'll go with Sophia for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Sophia. Nice to see you in the office.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Quote unquote, Sophia does not respond.
It's been like, what, 2-3 weeks almost? Where have you been?
I had no idea anyone else survived the terrible tragedy. Yeah, sadly, I have no way to like check her. Right? There's no like perceived supernaturalness except for the whole area.
Yeah, I mean, there's awareness, but awareness isn't going to tell you any more than it already told Dolores.
Right.
Just default to doing the like the blood tests from the thing.
Yeah. I guess what I'll have to do is perceive. I mean, she's dressed all spookily. Is she haunted? Are there ghosts here? I'll spend a willpower and turn on sight.
Okay, you are going to peer into the Shadowlands?
Yes.
There are some very unpleasant-looking ghosts hanging around. They can't do much because of the nature of the lair, but there's definitely some in the general area that are kind of just there and happy to be there. And like, there's one who's kind of like running their hand over a knife, the sharp part of the knife, and little bits of black ghost blood are running down it. There's a woman who's like half skeletal and has horrible black eyes that are half the size of her head, and that kind of stuff is there. They're definitely not friendly, and they're definitely not the kind of ghosts you normally see just going about their day to day when you peer into the Shadowlands.
Yeah, this place was not haunted because I hadn't been here long enough, as I recall.
Oh, great. The Giovanni sent an infiltrator to look after us.
Apparently.
Like,
I mean, it's a fair assumption, but...
Yeah.
Do we even know that Giovanni deal with ghosts?
Yes, we do. We just didn't know that guy was Giovanni until we met him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I'll address her as Sophia or whatever her last name is. I probably remember it. Like, you should come with us. I think we should have a conversation. That's
Continue.
not in the middle of HR.
Yeah, she continues just ignoring you while you continue to use her name. She refuses to acknowledge it.
Do you, just at any point, tap on her or something? Because that would be acceptable for her to respond to.
Right. It's probably better than, snapping my fingers in front of her face.
And that's when
she... HR violation in HR.
Like, excuse me, hello?
That's
hello?
what she looks like. Yes?
It's lovely seeing you again. You should come say hello. We can have a little meeting.
Okay. And it is at this point that you guys notice there are just owls, ravens, crows, other birds of ill omen beginning to congregate around, outside the window.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely not inside, but if you look out a window, there's a disproportionate number of them kind of staring in. One's probably actually tapping at the glass a bit.
That's lovely.
Oh, no.
I snap a picture from my birdwatching collection.
Let's see, does this sound like... There you go.
I hear it.
And then we can escort her to the conference room that doesn't exist, or one of them.
Mm.
Good.
Perfect.
All right. So do you go with the group trying to take you to a secondary location?
For the moment, yes, she is very intrigued by these new people.
Alrighty, off you go.
And if there is a window in this secondary location, you'll notice the birds continue to follow.
There is not. In fact, the secondary location, there's not even windows to the rest of the office in it.
Okay.
And if you would notice that previously this building has seemed like a near carbon copy of the one you used to work at. But this room was not in that building. And in fact, if you think hard enough, this one kind of exists between two walls that should be right on either side of each other. So.
Where did this room come from? I don't recall there being a room here.
Dolores made it. Are there ghosts following us?
They don't know enough about where exactly you are. They're they've been in the general area, as in the Magadon building. They can't sense her well enough in this, Shroud 9 location to completely follow her.
That makes sense.
And yes, I am saying that the lair is overriding your abyssal lowering of the shroud, because
it could.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that it goes 9 and then lowers down because of the abyssal, so it's fine, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
it
depends on what. Or either way, it's still very high, and they can't easily follow you precisely.
Yes. So I mentioned, casually, you're being haunted, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So did the necromancer send you, or what?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, good. That's a plus.
Wait, we know a necromancer?
Yeah, the guy who did his eye thing on you.
Oh.
That was the guy that they were mentioning and talking about, like
You know, we fleeced him just last night.
Yeah, no, I remember that part, and I just didn't. I forgot he was a vampire, I guess. Well, oh no, shit. I can't say I forgot because my character can't forget it. God damn it.
It was not at the forefront of your mind.
It wasn't at the forefront of my mind. That's right.
Right. Yes. Oh, we had a fun interaction with the local necromancer today, or yesterday. I said, well, really, I like to get my watch. Technically today.
we were out pretty late.
Yeah. Anyway.
Raised up.
Right. I'm Mason. This is Henry, and of course Dolores. And
Yep.
I remember you from your previous place of work. I thought we three were the only survivors of that incident.
You were.
Oh.
No, I distinctly remember you.
Are you a vampire too?
No. But I did die.
My condolences?
You have like weird corpse problems?
No.
Huh. Kind of figured that's how that'd work. Like you'd have to be like a zombie or a...
The
What
Grim
are
Reaper
you?
offered deal.
Oh! Oh, interesting. Kind of like... Huh. That's very interesting.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Those of us who came out of there under our own power had very strange things happen to us. I assume something very strange happened to you?
Well, I buried the people who remained dead. And then I got dragged somewhere by those, I'm assuming, ghosts.
Oh, really quick. Nameless Abyssal, everyone else obviously sees this too, but it would be more of a surprise to Nameless Abyssal. This person is sitting in the corner of the room taking notes.
Who's that?
That's the building spirit.
Our friend.
They give you a wave.
Okay then. Nice to meet you.
Yes, turns out animism is real. Who knew?
Yeah, a lot of things are real. That we didn't know about before. So, I mean, okay, so you came back from the dead. Weird stuff going on. Okay. Did
so
you...
You got dragged through, but then what happened?
Then a storm came and shoved a black shard into my heart.
Ow.
And the ghosts were worshipping me or something. I don't know. It was all very strange.
Okay, that is definitely new. Do you transform into a giant floating spaceship?
No. Not that I know of, anyway.
Neither do I. But
It's me.
just Henry.
The only one. Still don't quite understand that one, but hey, that's all right.
Right. What do you do? Do you do weird things? Do you get lit on fire? Ghost fire?
Like electricity, but like ghostly. Can you fly?
I don't get set on fire, although I am followed around by birds now. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a power. Hey, no, you can command birds.
Birds is a mighty power.
Yeah.
I actually can't command the birds; they just follow me around.
Oh.
That's a bit less funny or cool.
So your powers so far consist of ghosts follow you around and birds follow you around.
That is
Is that-
correct.
Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? That's all right. Figuring out what the hell Dolores' deal was took a while too, so...
Also give me a target and I'll be able to follow them. No matter where they go.
Do we have to see the target, or do you just need a name, or?
I think I just need a name. That's a good question. Hold on, let me check the charm.
Yeah, which charm is that?
Invaluable bar guest me in.
Yeah.
The 3-midnight charm.
Once the character finds some evidence of a trail to follow, her player may spend 1 essence to perfectly track the target for the next 24 hours. And if you tasted their blood, it costs 0 essence.
Yeah, basically, I need the start of a trail and then I can follow it.
That's not something I can do. Hooray. Yeah, so welcome to the had really weird shit happen to us when the office melted club, I guess.
You
You're
mentioned,
Oh. Sorry?
you mentioned vampires.
Yes, yeah, we met our first one yesterday by accident.
What else have you met?
A couple of werewolves, they had anger management issues.
Yeah, they tend to.
Oh, you know about them, yeah.
Yeah.
We had to...
No, I'm actually related to some.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there were these. We were just trying to figure out what happened to us like the day after the office melted, and these two guys started picking a fight with us, and Henry decided to fight them with
They gave us
fisticuffs.
sass, and we didn't take it.
Well, they when they failed to completely obliterate him, they got all mad. Also, he may have kicked one in the nuts.
Listen, it's fighting dirty, but like, come on, man.
Right.
You don't pull out your fucking pistol. You don't pull out your fucking Glock because of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did read the employee handbook, right? They get mad real fast.
No, I didn't read that.
You have access to it now.
You fucking guys in the fucking handbook.
The handbook is wrong about a lot of things.
See, there we go.
It's not mad. It's not wrong about how they get mad and turn into 9-foot-tall killing machines.
Yeah, no, that part is accurate.
Right. So they did that, and then we stabbed them a lot, and they fell down.
Yeah, silver then.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they issue silver knives to all Pentex first team members. It's very useful for werewolf incursions, or when your quote-unquote allied werewolves get mad at you. Anyway, let's see what else we run into. Oh, wizards are real.
Yeah.
Spirits.
They're super cool.
Yeah, spirits are all over the place. Ghosts, obviously, although apparently you and me are the only ones who can see them out of the crew. What else? Oh, right. Yes. There are weird-looking, spooky things that, like, okay, if I tune my vision just right, I can see really weird stuff. Like, one guy will look normal, and then suddenly he'll be very tall and blue. I don't know. No idea what that is. Haven't talked to them yet. It kind of...
Yeah, there are people that are like full of bugs or whatever from Morai.
Oh, well,
yeah.
yes. Those are when evil spirits corrupt or possess humans. Although some of them are born that way.
Yeah, those spirits are called Banes.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that was in the documents and stuff.
Right.
The secret employee handbook.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other spirits too. And she gestures to the Pentex building spirit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like the sun.
Yeah, we went on a spirit journey and met the sun. I liked him more than Henry did.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, thank you, Dolores. Thank you. He burned us half to death. And yes!
Yeah, no, that's normal.
See? Normal. What?
Normal's not...
I mean, he's the sun. He burns things. What do you expect?
To not burn us. He's a sapient fucking being. With choice and free will.
Yes. That thinks on a scale entirely unlike our own.
Ah, fuck him.
Anyway, yeah, we met him. Like I said, I liked him better than the other two did. So yeah, he said we should save the world before it is obliterated.
Oh. I'm surprised if you were going to visit Helios's realm that you didn't ask for his patronage.
Huh?
Huh?
We can do that?
Yeah.
He owes us something?
Well, he did.
Oh.
He did give us slit powder, but we haven't really figured out what it does yet.
Is
Well,
that
you
is
got-
that the patronage, the power, the powder?
No. The
Patronage powder?
werewolves call them totem spirits. Although I should be clear, whose side are you on?
What
What do you mean,
kind of
whose side
question is
are we on?
that? Yeah, what are the sides?
We're trying to figure out what the sides are, even.
Oh boy. I am gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
I will get tea from the tea machine in the back of this forbidden conference room.
It's good tea too. It's like the kind that you. It's not like the stuff in the break room.
It's
Right,
the
yeah.
shit the executives get. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like the stuff that you
Jesus.
have to actually put in a pouch yourself because it comes out of like one of those little tins.
Yep. $17 a glass. They really take out all the stops.
Right. Whereas in like the employee break room, it's like, Walmart brand black in quotes tea. Well,
Okay.
black tea would be in quotes. You know what I mean.
Let me put it this way then. Are you on the side of the people who are trying to destroy the world? Or the people who are trying to save it?
Oh, we're definitely on the save the world side.
Yep. Yeah,
We
it's
live in the world. Why would we want to destroy it?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Then you're like me.
Yeah.
Because the company we're working for is actively trying to destroy it.
Looks like it won't create a whole lot of shareholder value.
Okay. Yes, this goes back into the what other people were talking about, how like, oh, they're doing something other than profit. But no one wants to fucking
I mean, just
Okay.
because anyone does, a million-gallon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico doesn't mean it's evil and trying to destroy the world. It just accidentally does that.
No, that was on purpose.
You say the Mexico oil spill was an inside job.
When Endron is involved.
Well,
Huh.
okay.
Conspiracy theories.
But why would they want to do? I mean, okay, yes, we've been hearing about this guy called, the Eater of All or whatever.
Okay, so you remember how you visited Helios, right?
Sure.
Like that power level of
Yes.
spirit? Well, there is another entity called that the werewolves call the Wyrm. WYRM.
That guy.
Leos did mention that it was more powerful than he was.
Yeah,
You know.
Pentex is working for it. Well, Magadon is working for it. And whoever is running this joint.
Right, yes. We've been... So, the hierarchy chart is extremely complicated. We have spreadsheets and the PowerPoints.
The important thing is the Wyrm is at the top of it. The Wyrm wants to destroy the world.
Okay. That is in line with what people have told us. Although, I don't get why you'd go work for that.
So the Wyrm tried to destroy the world with insulin and vaccines.
No, that's just a cover.
That's right. Like in the documents, I don't know if I sent you guys all those files, but they just keep putting unidentified shit in the medications. Like, it's so difficult to even determine based on like all the terms they use, like where they're sourcing it from. But like that sounds right.
Worm
I mean, they
taint
might-
extract.
Yeah.
And I mean, I couldn't figure it out until until all this shit happened, and I got those files. Yeah, when I was whistleblowing
Yeah.
before, it was small shit compared to this.
That's why it's called a secret ingredient.
Well, I mean, my closest hypothesis was they were just trying to be like for Fomori by Fomori, like Fomori reproduction, but yeah. But they said that
No.
wasn't the issue.
No. They're trying to turn people into Fomori.
Yeah, no, that we got. Although that appears to be a byproduct. What else they are doing? The demon. Oh, there's a demon downstairs. Said that.
We're supposed to give you a secret.
Well, she's in the weird club now. She gets all the information.
Okay.
The demon said that was sort of a creating more middle managers. Although he didn't know about the whole destroy the world thing. Although why he didn't or wouldn't tell us, I don't know.
Now, companies like this that are working for the Worm are very sneaky about such things. Very few of the lower down people know about it.
Sure, but do they get something out of it? Because there doesn't seem like there's going to be anything to get.
Yeah, the Worm promised them power in the new world.
There won't be one.
Exactly. The
Right.
Worm lies. A lot.
Apparently. Okay. Well, that
So
seems like.
politician. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, we talked to Hyperion or Helios, whatever they prefer to him, prefer to use for him, and he said, if we don't intervene, no more universe.
Yeah, that's about right.
Right. Don't expect if you go to see him, don't expect a ton of answers. It feels like everything older than a certain age has brain damage.
I wasn't expecting a whole bunch.
Yeah.
My focus is on serving Gaia.
Who?
So, are we saying that Sophie? Do you go by Sophie? Is there? I remember your name was Sophie.
I
Just wanna
have no.
double check. Oh. All right. So
That was the deal.
are we assuming that you're one of the reincarnated heroes? Then we're all confirming this.
Deal with who? I didn't make a deal.
I said reincarnated. Oh.
My deal with Grim Reaper.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. Well, I technically said yes to like a hallucination when I was getting sick on my medication. It's probably the same thing. Like a fugue state. You know, like you're at the edge of death, so you get like your mind tries to like conceptualize what's happening to you with the interdimensional energies. You know, I'm not gonna get into my whole theory. My point is, we're assuming you're then one of the reincarnated heroes, right? Like us.
Well, that's what Helios said we were.
Just confirming that. Okay.
I have been having weird dreams, but I'm not sure it's anything about reincarnation.
Okay. Well, when we talked to Helios, he said that he had like chosen champions in ages past, and that something had prevented us from reincarnating previously, and now we were no longer being prevented. So save the world, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was sort of like, well, you're really nice, but it would have really been, I didn't get to make any deals, but it is better than dying horribly, and
No pressure, guys.
no
Save
pressure,
the world.
guys. No, not save save all the universes.
Oh, the Bane that appeared that day, it's called a Nexus Crawler, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I found it in the file. They used them for.
The werewolves told me when I described it.
Oh, you still talk to them?
Yeah?
Oh, right. Yes, you're related. How does that even like? I've never actually met a werewolf except for the ones I stabbed in that parking lot.
Likely Black Spiral Dancers.
No idea what that means.
Werewolves that serve the worm.
Okay.
I mean, if they serve the worm and we serve the worm, why would they attack us rather than work together?
Because
were drunk.
Because the worm is a very chaotic thing, and its servants often fight each other just as much as the other werewolves do.
Yeah, that was inefficient. Someone should, help the worm with that organization chart.
Wait, but I thought all the werewolves were trying to save the world, and they fight each other too because they are.
Because werewolves have anger management issues, yes.
Because werewolves have anger management issues. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's like the mage situation where there are multiple of the same kind of mage, and they all want to be the only one mage, something, like those tech mages and the other tech mages.
Yes.
Someone to get along.
Yeah, the mages had this whole weird doctrinal dispute thing going. It makes very little sense if you're not a wizard. I assume it was very important to them.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just know wizards exist.
Yes, wizards exist. They do weird stuff. There are also wizards who do their weird stuff via magic and call it science because they're dumb. But it's definitely magic. It's definitely not any kind of science that I'm aware of.
It doesn't sound like the process of science. Not like what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So
put a pin
can,
in that. Yeah.
Yes, we can call that magic, but basically, they refer to anything weird as reality deviance, even though it would be the opposite. And apparently, killed that stuff on site. But I'm not saying we made a deal with them, but we talked to a person on the inside, and they agreed to put us on the kill later list instead of the kill now list.
As long as we give them lots and lots of money, we're kind of.
Well, okay, no. So there was two, right? There was old Mitchell and young Mitchell, and young Mitchell was like, "Give me information on my dad, and I'll make sure you get on the don't kill immediately list." And old Mitchell was like, "Don't fuck up Pentex. Instead, give me millions and millions of dollars if you're going to. You quote unquote protect his investment in Pentex." Well, I guess wizards also work with or for Pentex.
Wouldn't surprise me, and that's not a good sign.
Right. Well, okay. Anything else you'd like to know? We know lots of random stuff. We know a little about a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did this place get so powerful?
Dolores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I empowered it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, Dolores' powers seem to have the theme of empowering objects.
Yeah, a lot of that. And blood.
Yep.
But not vampire type. Like blood magic?
Hygienic.
Yeah, no. Some weird stuff like that. We haven't fully figured it out.
Dolores takes an envelope knife, cuts herself, and smears it across the chair, whatever, and it starts moving on its own.
Right. Not very hygienic, but powerful. My stuff is all like sunlight and purity themed.
Mm-hmm.
I essentially, for lack of a better word, I wield the authority of Helios.
Interesting.
Even though like we never came to any arrangement, right? It was no like sign here. It was just very much there is evil thing. Suddenly my bullets were full of sunlight, and the Nexus crawler sort of melted. And when I kill things, they stay dead. By things, I mostly mean like spirits and ghosts and such. So that's one less Nexus crawler in the universe.
Suppose that's good news, at least.
Yes. That particular ability seems to extend to basically any sort of spirit or ghost I want to destroy. Kind of a use this power wisely sort of deal.
I can open a gateway to the underworld or the spirit world.
Well, that's useful. Last time we went to see Helios, I have a friend who's a wizard, and he helped us with that.
Also, when I'm in those worlds, remember what I mentioned about getting a spirit's patronage?
Sure.
The werewolves called them totem spirits.
Yes.
I have made a deal with one.
Oh. So is your soul gone, or
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's besides the point.
No. Totem spirits usually ask for some sort of behavioral restriction in exchange for patronage and guidance.
Okay. What spirit did you deal with? If you can tell us.
Owl.
Is that why the birds follow you around?
Oh no. That started happening as soon as I got back from the spooky place.
Oh. So you went to the spirit world and you found Owl and made a deal with him or her.
Yeah. More or less.
Oh no, another Exalted versus World of Darkness game with Owl Spirit. Anyway.
My bond with Owl means that Owl has bequeathed unto me the ability to fly in those other worlds.
Oh, that's very useful. Apparently, werewolves guard the moon bridges. We never actually investigated because anger management issues.
Moon bridges, loons, yes.
Right.
The world.
So apparently, it's much easier to go see Helios if you can fly, which is how we got there. Then his gates are made of fire, which I passed through no problem, and Henry and Dolores got a bit more scorched, so they have little hard feelings.
Oh, is that the way to interpret it? Interesting.
I mean, that's just the start of it. I have so many other reasons to hate him.
You just can't remember any of them.
Yeah, can you list those for us?
Well, he was a judgmental asshole, like, 10,000 years ago when I was a hero or something.
Okay.
And something cursed me and my kind to be forever cast out for some transgression that obviously we didn't do.
Do you remember not doing it?
Well, if it was something, important, I bet I'd remember, but I don't, so...
Flawless logic.
Well, okay. Let's just write that as a note. Don't piss off Helios or he'll curse you for 10,000 years.
Also, don't piss off Luna, for that matter.
Right, I guess if there's a sun...
judgmental?
Yeah, I didn't go talk to Luna. We were... It's the sun, because I had the sun thing going.
Oh god, right. Of course, there's probably a god spirit thing for what, every concept?
So is Gaia the earth spirit then?
Yeah, and then just the universe as a whole, to an extent as well. It's Gaia that the worm. It's Gaia that the worm is trying to destroy.
Okay.
That's useful information, maybe. Okay, so...
The worm will destroy or corrupt everything in its path.
Right.
So.
Yes, okay. So we're definitely on the same page of let's not let the world get destroyed, because that's where we keep all our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the worm is bad, we knew that ahead of time. And Banes work for the worm, we figured that out. And... however, you don't need to kill all the Banes you see, because they like Henry.
True.
That's not good.
Well, by like, I'm more like worship?
Yeah, that reflects very poorly on you.
Hey, listen, I didn't do anything wrong.
Kettle.
Also, you're dead.
Ghosts?
Look, they just started telling me, oh, you're like the worm, whoa! And I'm just rolling with it. It really doesn't mean anything.
Right, Ghostbusters rule. If someone says, are you a god? You say yes.
Exactly. That's all.
Okay, so now that we know, about each other, what else should we be doing?
Well, I've got a staff meeting in like half an hour.
Huh.
Mostly we've been working here and trying to figure out what in the fuck Magadon is doing, and
Yeah.
why. And you can't destroy the world by accident. You have to work at it, right? So, we're going to do that thing later tonight. Or are you at sneaking?
Owl helps me sneak around.
Oh,
Great.
cool.
Oh, yeah. How okay are you with stealing from the company and breaking the law and all the other stuff?
And also, we didn't
Very
say
okay.
that. Oh,
Very okay with all of it.
oh, great! Because I was about to say we didn't say that if you don't like those things. We were just joking.
Right. Okay. So later tonight, we've got a thing that may provide some insight. We've been sort of groping around in the dark. It's not like these magic powers come with a manual, as I'm sure you're well aware.
Yeah, no,
So fortunately, they come in. Go on.
they do not come with a manual.
Right. And neither does
Yeah.
the job of like, hey, Keela's like, you guys need to save the world from me. Okay, I'm going to stay up here and go back to being the sun now. Assume it's a very busy and time-consuming job. I'm not judging him, but boy, like, it'd be nicer to get an email once in a while with some tips.
I mean, do you know how many hours a day the sun has to do things?
Yeah, right. He's busy 24 hours a day, shining, right?
It's just sunning around.
I'm sure he's doing. Heaven forfend, he stop. Right, that'd be really bad. So, understand if you can't delegate a whole day to me or anything, but at some point, I may need to go back there and ask him some questions. Like, are we supposed to be building him giant temples? Does he need those? Would that help? Would that slow it down or speed it up or anything?
I know a way you could ask without having to go there.
Oh, that's useful. How?
The werewolves can summon spirits, including avatars of bigger spirits like Helios.
Oh.
So we set up a gauntlet and then make him go through the fire, and he'll see how he likes it.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. A sun spirit is going to be unaffected by the sun's fire.
Right, yeah, the fire elemental that we talked to was fine with it. Maybe we could just get one of those to carry a message. I feel like Helios is not the kind of guy you summon.
If you need to get a message to Helios, perhaps a spirit among Falcon's brood would be most helpful.
That might work, yes.
Sure.
I mean, and it's also more like, hey, how about some guidance? Like, do you want us to build you a giant cult of Helios, for instance? And the answer may well just be, no, just keep doing what you're doing. So it seems
Was
like...
a human sacrifice something you were into, and should we bring it back?
I mean, that's what the Aztecs thought, and the sun kept rising when they stopped, so I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, I don't think the world was on the brink of, environmental disaster when they had, Aztecs were doing human sacrifices, so maybe they were doing something good.
Oh, jeez, guys, please don't tell me we have to stop the end of the world by cutting out people's hearts. Come on. Oh.
No,
I hope not.
No.
Let's put it...
Yeah.
No. The reason that the sun kept rising after the Aztecs did that is because the Aztec rituals had no power. No. The Guru, the werewolves, they perform a rite every season.
Ah, and the Garus are the actual powerful. That sounds kind of racist.
I mean, what was the changing breed that was usually around that area? I think one of the breeds of best.
Jackal spirit?
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
the nameless Abyssal has no awareness of the Farah.
Right.
All right. So it does sound like we should add talk to werewolves on our list, although, what can they do for us besides summon spirits? And what kind of things do they need?
they need information on Magadon's activities. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, we'll get some of that tonight. Maybe.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like
then,
everybody wants information.
with that information, they plan to blow things up. Probably.
Oh,
That,
well, that's bad.
that seems like it might be counterproductive in some respects, but we'll see what the information says.
Look, it's staved off the apocalypse so far.
Has it though?
Yes. Not by a whole lot, but it has.
Right.
I was about to say, like, did they blow up that, train that derailed and whatever, but like, no, that's in the future.
Right. Well, we'll see what the
year
information says,
2019.
and maybe we can figure out ways to solve problems without just blowing everything up.
Oh yeah, no, they generally don't use explosives. They generally just go in and claw people to death.
Right.
Uh,
That is what the employee handbook says.
You
Yes.
know what? I remember that part.
And they do so for good reason.
Apparently.
I mean, everyone says they have a good reason for killing people.
They're trying to prevent the world here.
Right. Which, us too. Still.
And occasionally, that means someone has to die.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's lots of Fomori here in Magadon, although we've refrained from slaughtering them. Some of them are actually okay. The Phrectoi are kind of okay. Some of the others I'm a little skeeved out by.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like I have Fomori in my IT team, and even though I'm super uncomfortable with them, and I believe they were never fully human, I'm still not sure. I just want to like put them all down like sick dogs, because they're still people. It's just fuck. They're fucked up. Jim, no? Is that not how the werewolves do things?
The law commands us to kill them.
I'm sorry, who commands you?
Gaia. Well, the litany anyway.
So you can hear them?
Gaia handed the litany down to the guru many thousands of years ago.
Okay, at that point, Henry opens his mouth and then closes his mouth and then opens his mouth and says, so like the Bible. You guys have like a
Older.
Bible. Okay, but you guys
The
have
Old
like a
Testament.
Bible.
More
It
or less, yes.
has instructions from a very long time ago.
About which people to stone, the edge of the town. Yeah.
And maybe conveniently it's kind of difficult to, I don't know, verify anything, or I mean maybe that's not true. You got spirits or whatever.
Even
But
whether that's a thing, whatever that was invented, maybe he'd know.
Right, we do have an actual biblical demon downstairs that we could
That's
hypothetically ask these
true.
questions of. Yes, biblical demons apparently kind of real. Although not particularly biblical. He says a lot of stuff is wrong. I didn't pry. He also has memory problems.
and privacy problems.
Yes.
What kind of privacy problems?
He's friendly enough, but I can tell he seems like he's hiding things. That's all.
Want me to get the ghost to spot him?
I think we're kind of on it, but you can do that.
Basically, I had a conversation with him. We asked him, are you part of the problem or the solution? And he said, I'm still deciding. And then he provided some useful information, like the phone number for the head boss vampire and some other stuff. And so, until he becomes a problem, he is on our deal with later list. That may be.
Guys, we are the technocracy, having a list of people to kill now or later.
Our list of like trying to save the universe and there has to be priorities, okay? And I'm sure that
Listen.
Technocracy has the same conversation we do.
Wouldn't you say this guy is like deviant to our plans? Maybe there's some word we can use for that.
Describe
He
people
doesn't fit in with reality anymore.
Maybe anathema. There we go. That's a good word that also.
Hey.
We become what we hate.
Turns out all of that is the same kind of idea, just probably by different people.
Right.
See,
Anyway,
guys, we need to save the world, and by save the world, I mean kill the other people that are also trying to do the same thing.
Okay. That means I'm definitely having to go spy on him.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because don't fuck with him too much. Because
I guess that means
he hasn't done anything wrong yet, other than sort of. No, that was consensual taking over that guy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. See.
Yeah. No, he hasn't done anything wrong.
Right. So demons possess people, but apparently he possessed a Fomori, who would rather be dead than Fomori. So, as far as stealing bodies goes, that's pretty ethical.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty understandable. I too would rather be dead than a Fomori.
Okay. That does sort of lend some credence to maybe we should at some point wipe them out. Although we want to keep our jobs, at least for now, so that's one reason we haven't done it.
Most other kinfolk I know would also rather be dead than Fomori.
Kinfolk?
People related to werewolves.
Okay. That's what I thought, but, better to ask than presume.
And then of course, if a kinfolk does become Fomori, then their family kills them.
Okay. So werewolves are a born thing. You're born a werewolf?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So don't worry. If you got bit, you're not going to turn into a werewolf.
I'm pretty sure we wouldn't anyway, but yes.
What if we bite the werewolves?
You just want to bite people.
Come on, Dolores.
If you bite the werewolves, they will bite back, and it will not end well.
Normally that would be...
Okay.
Have you
Get shot first.
So, and here I probably use your name, Sophie. Have you fought anyone yet?
And then she just doesn't answer and looks off in a different direction.
Oh right, yes, same thing. Sorry. Have you, Goth Lady? Have you fought anyone yet?
And now she has her title.
Goth Lady. Oh.
Hey, Gothy.
Well,
Title's just that, Goth Lady.
Not at the moment.
okay. So if
I managed to convince the werewolves to not murder me again.
yes, you are. If you're like me, you are probably very, very good at it. Like absurdly good. Like fighting those two werewolves was practically choreographed.
No, I'm not that great at it. But I can conjure plate armor, I think. From the depths of the assuming.
Okay, well you can't just say that and then not show off. You're talking about, oh, ghosts follow me. Sometimes birds follow around. Give me the demon plate.
Out of character, I'm gonna show off the shadow plate. I'm gonna do all the essence things.
Okie doke.
Full up.
What does it look like? It's like a big armored gown, or like something different?
It's like, I'm trying to think, like, like Final Fantasy Dark Knight or Dragoon?
Kinda.
Something like that. It's
big
very,
anime armor.
Well, no, it's not that big, but it's like that plate armor, spiky on the shoulders. Very black, very shadowy. Like the knee plates might have a couple small spikes coming out of it.
Henry is immediately clapping, like, yes! Yeah. That's what I like to see.
It looks very edgy.
Oh
Did-
my goodness.
Did you spend enough essence at the same time to also trigger your anima?
We're using the turn on, turn off thing, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we're using the per turn thing. So she spent it all at once to the cap of her per turn.
1, 2. Yes, I spent 3.
Well, there you go. What's your anima look like then?
Oh gosh, this is something I need to look up because
I think Abyssal ones are like basically very black and scary.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
I
they weren't like joyful with like rainbows and puppies?
That's actually the Heart Eater, which is pretty scary.
need to look details here because I was not anticipating that question, although I probably should have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, just come up with it, and it's good enough.
It looks very black and spooky.
Mhm.
Like breathed in living shadow.
Fantastic.
It's the animal almost like sort of reaches out to touch you.
Like
in
a
a way.
creepy little hand.
Yeah.
How fun!
Yeah. Well, that's certainly not how I glow, but it does look pretty neat.
Every single one of us seems to be completely unique.
That's good then.
Well, that's a cool superpower. Summoning armor. Now you might need like some guns. Well, I guess that wouldn't look cool with like the armor. Maybe do you like swords? Are you good at swords?
No, I mostly use guns.
Oh well. All right. Gun Knight. That's what we can call you, Gun Knight. Huh? No.
No, no takers.
Damn it. I'll keep workshopping it.
Look, I don't care what you call me. I don't have a name, and I never will. Never again.
You got a pretty crappy deal compared to some of others. Sorry. I guess it beats being dead, though.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, though, I get to go places where most living beings fear to tread. I've stared death in the face.
Go will limit people their threat to HR.
So is there like a death spirit? Did you have a conversation with it?
No, it wasn't really a conversation. It was just sort of offer, and I accepted.
Okay.
Spirits speak in very different ways to people.
Yeah, we've had a problem with language so far. That's why we haven't really gone back to the spirit world.
Yeah. The rust bugs are pretty, kind enough to shoot me text messages, but
Right, we use
I
that to
don't think the
translate.
rest of them are like that.
They're let's see, I'm looking up the page in my head in character. They're corrupted pattern spiders.
Hmm.
Oh yes, we also got ambushed by some hunter spiders, like the big clawy ones. Those died pretty fast.
Alpha Wolf doesn't like spiders, so call them bugs or pattern spirits.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they're. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, we're pretty sure that one of the Mitchell sent them, but who knows? Either way, I killed them, and there are two fewer of those now. So yeah, welcome to the team. Welcome to the Not Destroy the World team.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So to catch you up the reason we talk about a necromancer is they apparently run the casino. Like Bali's casino has a necromancer in it. His name is Rothstein. I didn't actually
taking slaves.
So
most of whatever.
Yeah. We went and played poker, and Dolores played poker, and then we put all the money on a roulette table, and Henry made the number come up, and now we have $35 million, which we need to deal with later. I have a scheduled call with the lawyer.
Thanks for taking care of that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know why, but I feel like I could also probably learn to command the dead.
Okay.
That goes with the spooky themes. Okay. Getting a vibe. You got like supervillain, evil, death stuff.
Right.
Please. I'm not villain.
Yeah, so sometime after sundown, we'll probably call the... I assume that vampires do sun stuff, although I don't actually know. But sometime after sundown, we'll call the head boss vampire and tell him he's got a necromancer living in a casino and we stole $35 million from him. And is that going to be a thing, or what? Or does he not care?
Let me guess. You need help talking to the vampires?
No, I mean... maybe, but probably not. Like... We had a lovely conversation with the Rothstein guy. He'd used his magic to boss Henry around a little bit, but that won't work on all of us. So
yeah, I didn't realize that. God damn it! But I got him. So
yes, yeah, our shit works perfectly well on there.
Okay, see, thing is, I look like a vampire. Also, ever since this happened to me, I've gotten really absurdly good at talking to people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got a little
bit like
better.
Mason over here. Yeah. You're like a freaking saint when you start talking to people. I thought that I'm sorry. I thought the demon guy was going to be more of a problem. Then you're like just so friendly and chatty. So you could do that? Can you mind control? Can you get people's like heads?
I wouldn't quite call it mind control, but I'm really good at persuading people now.
Okay, but you can't like.
Actually, I've gotten really, really, really good at persuading the ghosts.
Okay.
Many of them basically trip over themselves trying to do things for me. So.
Yeah, although I'll admit the ones following you are the ones that are off.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah, there's definitely ghosts that are, and I'll sort of explain this to Henry. There are definitely ghosts that are crazier than others. Some of them are just sort of like the ghost of your grandma, and a lot of them mostly stare off into space all the time. And then there are the ones that act like serial killers, leering at people and wishing they could stab them. But can't because they're ghosts.
Yep,
that's not cool.
Those guys are the ones following me around. I realize it reflects poorly on me, but
could we take care of them?
I could. Do you want me to?
No, they're used.
Okay. As long as they report to you and not to anybody else, like
no.
Henry's spiders do.
Consequences.
Okay, well, if you need them to die and not come back, let me know, and I'll just... Boop. Ghosts are really fragile.
They're actually already dead.
Yes, yeah, I know. But just like the spirits, they're delicious. By which I mean I recycle them and skim off some of the energy. But I use the eating term because it really creeps them out, and it's a very useful tool for intimidation.
Oh yeah, no. The nice thing is these ghosts get me all sorts of dirt on people.
That is super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
although
if you...
You probably don't want to
Yeah,
talk to them in the
material.
office. Dolores does a thing here where like they can't see in, but we can, like you and me probably can see out.
It
The only
won't matter if you make a gate.
Right. The only spirit who's unaffected appears to be the building spirit.
Yeah, no, I can just make a door.
Yes, let's
That's
be careful with that. Is it a two-way door? What happens if they come over? I don't know.
I don't want serial killer ghosts in the building. I'm good.
Yeah, these ones are pretty spooky anyway. Though with the one guy with like the cutting himself over and over again, that's not really very attractive.
Oh. That's
So yeah, that's our plan for today. Is maybe have a conversation with the vampire guy, and also investigate whatever it is Dolores discovered.
Yeah, and I guess I'll ask the ghost to spy on the demon you said it was.
Yes. We can bring up his employee profile. He's definitely extremely powerful. And by extremely I mean way more than a ghost, but probably around our level.
Yeah, but the nice thing is, most things can't see the ghosts, which makes them excellent spies.
This is true. Just don't send any ghosts that you care about. You may
honest-
not get them back.
You honestly think I care about any of these?
I don't know. Sometimes people get attached. Also,
Please
they
don't
may
get
have
attached to the guys who are trying to like bleed everyone out.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's probably
Yeah, why would I get attached to serial killer ghosts?
I don't know. Also, they may have trouble spying on him in the office. They can't even see you.
Yeah. Well, the good news is if there's a local graveyard, I can communicate with them there.
Good plan. Sounds like we have a thing. Maybe we should get back to our actual jobs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we just took our hour lunch break. Shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
At
we'll
like
just get another
9 in
one.
the morning.
It's fine. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll just get another one. It's fine.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people in the office are a little scared of me, so...
Right.
I don't think many people are going to be asking questions.
Okay.
Like-
The head first team. You know what a Phrectoi is?
I'm assuming it's a type of Fomori?
Yes, there are Fomori who were born that way. One of them is in charge of the first team, so
Great.
that's Jules, as in electrical Jules, not the name.
Jewel. Singular.
Oh, Jewel. Yeah, sorry. Right. I assume she has some sort of lightning powers or something, but I don't actually know. And then, so she's the Fomori that is in charge of the first team. She may come to talk to you when she discovers that you survived the whole incident.
Just be real chill about it.
Yeah, just be real chill about it, I guess.
We have not admitted to anything, no matter how much shit we've been stirring. We would recommend you do the same. Just to keep things on the down low.
Yep.
I've been doing for literal years.
Great. So you can do it for a little longer.
Right. You also may need to talk to Gladys in HR about your non-death benefits. Anyway,
She
back
probably
to work.
already went over that.
Yeah. You have to repay all the life insurance we paid out to your family.
Oh my god.
No, that was still tied up in like legal, them trying to say that it's not covered because of lab explosions or whatever cover story they used.
Right, it's an act of God. You can't.
Don't believe it exist. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the artist I've gotten strangely good at. I mean, I wasn't really. I'm still not very knowledgeable on it, but I seem to be better at doing legal things now. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
That's
Legal.
good. I have a friend who's a lawyer. He handled a bunch of my stuff for my mother and so on and so forth. So, we can always give him some work if we need to. I assume that undying is actually quite difficult legally, and you may need some help.
Yeah, no, I'll just contact the Glasswalkers. They'll take care of it.
The who?
What are they going to take care of? Are they going to kill someone?
Their tribal werewolves keep up. Anyway.
Okay.
Are all werewolves tribal werewolves?
They try to blend in to human society. The Glasswalkers.
The others don't?
Not quite as much.
Okay. That's good to know. In the meantime, we should probably go back to work. And then meet up after for our shenanigans.
Right.
Good huddle,
Yeah.
guys. That's what I'm putting on the Google Calendar. Good huddle.
Yeah. We'll just have Henry, retroactively add a meeting to our calendars.
That's right. It was always there, according to the system. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
That's the other thing. That's actually the other fun thing I found out the ghost can do.
Pack stuff for you?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say put appointments on a calendar.
Yes, the dreaded calendar ghosts.
Oh my god.
You gain the power to control the dead and use them for office work.
Yeah. Petty evil. Perfect
gosh.
for Pentex.
This reminds me of another game I was in at one point called World of Retail. The Apocalypse and the Weaver one. He was just working at PetSmart.
No.
That sounds terrible.
It was a one.
It was
a one. It was really fun.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those hells that Infernals can draw from. That's just boring office, hell, something, dystopia city.
It's like
that's a
What
story in
was
the
it?
Wicked City.
The Wicked City of
That sounds
Nicomotia, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's just the Infernal's new hell realm. Just a giant office.
Yes, why not?
Anyway, so yeah. Not too much happens over the rest of the day. I don't think there was anything I had planned for this office day. So yeah, you all have your regular stuff to do.
Everybody sends a card for Sophia that she, got back from, being sick. And I'll, like in the office. It's good to have her back. Sophia
Right.
just tears to shreds.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an e-card. It's like a PowerPoint thing that everyone has to pretend to sign.
Oh yeah, it's just like an e-card. They don't want it to actually disrupt the office hours.
Oh yeah, and also we do not want her to have to engage with it at all or acknowledge that she's receiving it, because it has her name on it.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, my email has my name.
Oh no!
Yeah. So are you even
No,
allowed to
good.
open your email?
Oh no!
Yes. An email is arguably just a title.
Arguably.
I feel no attachment to
I
the
mean,
name.
they don't. I was gonna say,
it
it's
has
not like they are
influence.
going to. It's not like your address is your email, like your physical address.
Now you
It's
could
literally an electronic address.
you could get
Which has your
Henry.
name on it.
You get Henry to actually change your email address.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Goth Lady at Macedon.com.
Exactly.
Guilty.
I'm just now the office boss.
Gladys is gonna complain like, oh, they're the only one that gets a custom email, huh? Fucking
You
god
just
damn it.
Take their
And then I-
email that's the name and just misspell it. There you go.
And then I just have the ghost torment Gladys.
Oh, perfect. See, no, that's perfect.
No,
That's the cycle
the-
goes around.
The ghosts are afraid of Gladys. They won't
Oh,
say hi.
no.
Oh,
no!
She used
Yeah,
to be their HR.
The ghosts are going to be even more afraid of me. So now out.
I
don't
mean,
think
either
you've
way, it's still
seen-
difficult for them to do much inside the office.
Oh, yeah, no. They just torment her at home.
Gotcha.
So you're just gonna assign a specter to torment Gladys.
Yep. if she tries to pull that shit with me.
I mean, she'll probably grumble, but that's about all you'll get. You're in her department, so she doesn't make as much of a... She doesn't bitch at you as much as she would anyone else, but... Right. So, on that note, is there anything else you all want to do before the heist?
Yes.
And
We need
that would
heist
be...
gadget.
Oh, a heist gadget?
Heist-based gadgetry.
Okay. What are you wanting to do for heist-based gadgetry?
Great question. I think the okay. I don't have any ideas. I just threw this out. God damn it!
Explosives.
I would like to roll to
Okay,
prepare.
well,
Never mind.
I would like
Yeah,
to
so-
roll to prepare.
so-
Sure.
There's probably going to be security. Okay, let's talk about that for a little bit. There's probably going to be security cameras. Might be a security guard. I mean, it's a Pentex place, right? So we know roughly what there's going to be. There might be, I don't know, a laser tripwire or something. You know,
Do we care about deaths?
probably.
So we
For
don't
not to
want
be arrested for
Yeah, for murder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe some
We're
knockout
rich.
gas.
I don't care about deaths. I'm an Abyssal, so
Sure, but you do care about doing murder sentences. That
Well,
would
it's
be
like
fine.
doing your day job or your time off. It's like, do you want to be killing people then?
I don't want to kill people. If we can help it, just regular Joes. Okay, so I guess I could make some like. Oh, you know what? I can combine. Whatchamacallit? Nope, I'm just out of ideas. So I'm gonna bring some knockout gas, and I'll figure out the other gadget after, because I can have up to 2.
Alright, well, if you want to do...
I'm thinking something pharmaceutical, so I'm probably bringing like a bunch of like over-the-counter meds with me.
okay.
Okay.
So, hear me out. What if I just went in from the underworld?
What if?
What if you did? How does that work?
I mean, it means I make a gate in one place, travel to the site through the underworld, make another gate, and come back out. Grab
Okay.
what I shove
You-
it through the gate, and go back.
That means 3 gates. Can you afford that much essence?
Actually, yes, I can.
Can you take us with you, or is it like a one-person gate?
I can take all of you with me.
Just
Okay.
to note, you do not know exactly where in the Pentex office the stuff is.
Still, I mean, that would get us through the door. So if you want to try it, I'm up for it.
We would need to figure out where exactly things are.
Well, I mean,
But-
so my guess would be like we would use your gate magic to get in and out, and then sneak around the place, finding whatever it is we're looking for, which we don't actually know. We don't know what we're looking for, which is why we don't know where it is.
Oh boy.
So maybe we need some floor plan.
Yeah. Well, you are
Okay.
you're the hacker extraordinaire.
Yes, I am. I think. Okay. Yeah, I will do a hack.
You would
Mr.
like to
GM,
you would
I
like
will
to-
do a single hack.
do... I would like to do one hack, please. Alright, so you are trying to hack into Pentex's, like, the main office hub within the city. Their floor plans and stuff like that.
Precisely.
Okay, so, yada yada techno babble, you're probably using some variation of the permissions you have here to try and spoof that in the main Pentex, corporate hub, etc. Roll me intelligence plus computers difficulty 9.
Whoa! All right. Love a challenge. I'm using my excellency.
And just to note, this is accounting for the fact that I know you've put in some backdoors already within Magadon and what have you.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Come on, come on!
You can also try to
5
figure out.
successes!
5 successes. Well, do you have any specialties that apply?
I have a specialty in creative for intelligence, and I have a specialty in computer languages for computer.
Yeah, not quite. Okay, doesn't really matter too much, but I was just curious. Alright, so with 5 successes, you are able to, use your terminal in Magadon to spoof your way into the Pentex office systems. You know that you are probably on a timer because this is probably much better protected than your piddly little Magadon center. So I'm not out of character timing you, but
yeah, it's probably one of those things where I need to continue to put in lots of work to continue spoofing the system. So it's
right. So what do you want to go after? Yeah, just the floor plans, or is there anything else?
Floor plans and probably patrol schedule.
Or could they go for the manifest of the things they have, so you can figure out where it is in the office?
Yes, thank you.
There you go. All right. You get that going.
Yeah, hacking sounds.
Exactly. All right. So, why is it still going? Okay, it's done. Anyway, you get to the system and you find the floor plan without much issue. That you can just download for future referencing. So you get that on your device, and then you find the manifest. And this is obviously not like a warehouse or storage hub, but there is something that they did get from Magadon semi-recently from, Dolores's mail hub that got redirected to them. It's essentially in a storage office supply closet that's not like the main ones that anyone can access to. It's the kind of thing where, if you want one of the expensive computers or whatnot, you go in there. It's on the top floor because of course it is. But yeah, you know where you're going.
Perfect. I'd say download that information, but I perfectly memorize it.
Yep, there you go.
Very useful for sharing with us.
Okay.
You can draw it later, or
Yeah, I'll literally draw it out
drawing?
I don't need to be good at drawing. My phone can do it.
Right.
I have a little paint app, and I just boop boop boop.
And so I assume you pull out right then, or is there something else you want to?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
Dolly, draw me a floor plan.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Okay. So, yeah, you have everything you need to get over there.
Perfect. So, are we just gonna grab an Uber and then portal into the land of death?
Don't several of you have cars, or are you trying to? Well, I guess you don't.
Are we gonna portal from here and go from here, through the how hard is the underworld to walk through? Let's put it.
I mean, there can be a lot of storms, but I can ask the ghost to make sure we have safe passage.
That's pretty sick. Okay, so all right. So is it one of those things where it's a dark mirror, we're going to Silent Hill land, or
everything is dead and decayed is the best way I can describe it.
Cool. Silent Hill. Got it.
Yep, matches what I've been seeing when I do the eye thing.
Wow, that's awful. So you're just seeing that all the fucking time?
No, I have to turn it on. I have to turn it on and off. But
oh, okay.
I also have to turn it on and off.
Okay, yeah, that's much better than just seeing hell all the time. Okay, cool. All right, let's go.
All right. So you are going in from Magadon, to be clear.
Seems like, well, here is
Seems like the
if we do it
safest.
here, you can recharge your essence from the node, and then we can go.
Yeah, we'll recharge the 3 points that I spent because node shenanigans.
Okie dokie. Well, go ahead and roll your ritual spell, whatever. Your ancient sorcery.
It is into cult. I want to say diff 7.
Sure.
If I'm not mistaken. Oh
That's
boy, I realized my dice pool for this is absolute garbage.
Hope
Yep.
you don't botch.
Into cult 7.
When you start
Okay.
casting sorcery, it's like, ooh, don't distract her. When that fails, it can blow up big time.
Yes, it's okay. I can open, portals. Oh wait, I'm bad at this. It's a calculated move, but I'm bad at math.
Okay, so I'm spending a willpower on this roll for obvious reasons.
Mm.
What do you mean?
Oh, 3 dice.
You'll be fine.
Oh my god. How many successes do I need?
Let me double check. Upon accumulating 5 successes. So
Damn.
keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I have 4 out of 5. I guess I'll spend 1 more willpower.
All right, you are good.
Oh gosh, are we hearing that humming now? Oh shit.
If you would
Yeah.
allow me to take back that willpower since I didn't need it, that'd be great. But
No, you spent it. I'm sorry.
entirely fair. But it is
Well,
that it is. I don't like to gamble.
Hmm. All right. So you open up the gateway, and are you doing this like inside Magadon from the conference room, or like right outside in the back, or?
I'm probably going to be waiting till we have more information on the site and where things are going to be.
Right. But-
So
I
I'm
assume.
probably wait until we get at least outside the building.
Okay. So I suppose I should make it later.
Like outside the main building. So
Oh, like you want to actually go to Pentex first?
yeah.
Okay. So how are you getting there?
Probably an Uber.
We have
Okey-dokey.
cars.
So we are going there first.
I
then.
guess. I mean,
Okay.
the lady who's casting the magic wants to do it.
Okay.
No.
She's in charge.
Yeah, I because this way we can survey everything before we,
What, you didn't like my napkin drawing?
well, I did like your napkin drawing, but that doesn't tell us where what we're looking for is.
I mean,
Well,
like I said,
You know,
I
it's on the
have
top
the
floor.
manifest. Yeah. See up here, and I point
well, you
And that's the
down
my
drawing.
little MS Paint drawing.
didn't you download the floor plans?
I wasn't sure if it would be a problem if I directly downloaded stuff, like if it would
Oh,
register
okay.
somewhere. If it's not a problem, then yes, I did that.
Yeah,
I just
before-
assumed.
I mean, you can figure that at the very least you can like screenshot without it triggering anything that you
Yeah.
being there would.
Thank you.
How do you
Henry's
think
smarter than
you-
me.
How do you think viewing anything on the internet works if not downloading
Right.
it?
It's
Listen,
it's already
man, it
on your
comes in
computer to some
tubes.
extent.
It's all tubes. I don't know.
And you're pretty sure magnets are involved.
Magnets,
There's lasers.
laser.
What? What I'm gonna do
All the
is
cool stuff.
look at like the floor plan and what the rooms are gonna be designated as, if there are any, and kind of go from there. Because I'm assuming the blueprint also has to show like electrical wires for things like security cameras as well.
They're
Most blueprints do.
Yeah,
Security cameras.
you can figure. I mean, there's a lot of them in general, so there's not really any surprises there. So, well, maybe a surprise. It's definitely more secure than you would expect a typical office building to be. They definitely have higher security than average.
You know, ghosts have arcanoid that can fuck with electricity.
I
Do
mean,
it.
Henry has powers that fuck with electricity.
True.
So I'm just gonna ask him if, since I know this in character at this point because it was mentioned,
Right.
think you could check out the security cameras?
And Mason,
Yeah,
of course,
absolutely.
hands out stuff like masks and thief outfits
Not
You
gonna
don't
ask
wanna-
where you got that.
Robots.
Disguises.
and gloves. Don't forget the gloves, guys.
Where is?
I'll remind you to pee before you go, not during the heist.
During the heist, Jesus
I mean, there are
Christ.
toilets everywhere, so
My advice is not to leave your genetic material behind.
I was gonna
on the
say,
toilet.
yeah, the police cordon off the the bathroom because they.
I know. Make sure to wipe the seat after.
God
So it's very hover then.
damn it, Dolores.
All right. So, you figure all this out, and where around Pentex are you creating the gateway?
In the probably the outside the building for the moment, because this is the gateway to get us in.
Oh,
I hope they don't have any outside, cameras. See this, crackling lightning portal open up.
Well,
Right.
if they're
And all the
within 30
crows.
feet, they have a slight blurriness issue. Like
Oh,
something
yeah.
got in front, like a bird got in front of the camera. It's fine.
How long do these gates last, by the way?
a few minutes.
Okay, so we would need to open up a total of 3 gates, right? Because in, out, in again. Actually, 4 gates if we're gonna enter and leave via the dark underworld.
God.
My
So
plan is, yeah,
okay,
we might need to spend a few hours in the underworld, but
okay. I mean, my suggestion only was that we we open the first gate from our node, essentially.
That might make things easier.
Yeah.
We can Google Maps to see around the
Yeah.
facility.
yeah, fair. Well, yeah, so I guess I'll be going from the Magadon building then. The point of entry doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
It matters a little.
We don't want people seeing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess we'll do it from the conference room.
Okay. So you're going
Seriously?
into the underworld from the Magadon conference room, and you're basically traversing through the underworld to get to the Pentex office.
Yeah, and I am basically demanding that one of the specters get us where we need to go.
It is winter-ish time, but it's been a couple months, so people are home by the time that the sun's actually going to be going down, so you don't have to worry too much about people stumbling into the office or anything, especially in the conference room. So, yeah, you successfully cast it with the rolls that were already made, and the gateway opens up into...
The Shadowlands.
Yes, but that's not what I was... I was gonna say, it opens up into an empty space, more or less. Like, before this, if this building didn't exist, it's kind of what the area would look like. Like, if it was just like a grassy area with a, contact whoever to buy this plot of land, etc. The specters are there, of course, and they come uncomfortably close to you and kind of glare at the others. They look like they want to like rub up against you like a creepy cat, but
Would you introduce us?
Yeah. Welcome to the land of the dead, I guess.
Yeah.
Turns out
Yeah.
there's an afterlife and it sucks.
Honestly, feels better than the spirit world. Everybody's spirit world hated me.
Yeah,
This does
the
not
ghosts
feel as
don't
good
like
as
you
Spirit
either.
World.
Can't get a break.
I mean, but then again, there aren't that many around here other than the specters, which, you know, for anyone that has any knowledge, of course they're gonna avoid the specters, but...
Listen, everyone wants to be your enemy. It's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Lord of the rest of the world.
So the city itself within the underworld is... It's hard to explain. It looks like what people picture the worst parts of Las Vegas to look like seedy third world. Everything is broken down, everything is not upkept, and so on. You know, in reality, Las Vegas is actually pretty well kept together because of tourism and whatnot, but it looks like the stereotype you'd see on TV where you're surprised you're not being shanked right now. Which you probably would be if not for the Abyssal.
Right. As that guy like plays with his knife.
Right.
It's all the stuff that they would clean up that just never got cleaned up, never got fixed.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
The creepy one with the knife whispers towards Mason that he wonders what his blood tastes like.
I take out my knife and I'd be like, mine's real.
You just kind of...
And I know what your blood tastes like. It's delicious. Don't give me the excuse.
He literally hisses at you.
What the fuck is this? These are your friends? I'm sorry, not. You know what I mean.
At least the Rust spirits were more friendly.
Yeah, right. Man, I'm liking those little guys more and more.
They
Anyway,
were cute, just not touching.
I'm just going to roll my eyes a little bit, and then the Goth Lady is just going to tell the specters that we need to get to the Pentex headquarters. She will,
give a relative area because they don't really have that memorized. The Pentex office does not have like a big Pentex logo on the front or anything. It's one of those office buildings that you don't really know what's inside. It's just always been there. But in that case, I don't feel like reading the exact Arcanoi. This seems like enough dice for them to use their travel Arcanoi. Alright, that looks good to me. So, essentially what happens is you start to go down an empty, abandoned street, and the travel is like a montage to you almost. Like, you know, when you're paying attention to specific things, you note things in real time, seconds passing, but then as you get bored, suddenly, you know, you're another 3 miles down the road, and it seemed like a few seconds to you as the specters lead the way. You do see some storms, you know, crackling above, especially toward the outer edge of town, away from the more civilized areas, so to speak. I say civilized as in buildings and wraiths there. And on that note, there are ghosts around, but they keep out of the way of the traveling little pack of specters leading you along with, what is it, Tempest or Argos? Whatever the Arcanoi is called. I do not know Wraith well, just so everyone's aware. It's on my reading list to go through Wraith 20.
Equivalent of Argos. Yes.
Right. So, before too long, the specters lead you into the parking lot of Pentex, and it looks terrible. Like, this office building in the underworld, it looks like it goes up into the sky, like infinite floors that you can't possibly see the top of through the night sky. And at the same time, it has no life to it, no movement, it is just this cold, terrible reminder of them towering above this place. So, you know, it's nice and friendly.
That is not what it usually looks like, I observe. I'm pretty sure our floor plans only go up 3 floors high.
This is the underworld.
Things get metaphorical.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
On that note, why don't you all make me a perception plus alertness roll?
I always love these. I always love these because I do so
Was it
Fan-
difficult?
well.
The difficulty is going to be 7. Sorry, I should have mentioned that ahead of time.
Oops,
Doesn't look
my
like it
bad.
mattered for you.
Yeah.
Just because it's dark and spooky and whatnot.
Holy moly.
Okay.
Right, there's not a lot of natural light here in the underworld.
No,
I
we
got
still
2
need a roll
successes.
from the Abyssal.
Miracle.
Looks like everyone's pretty well covered here.
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
Okay, so you all see a pack of... Whoops. Hold on, I need to pull an image out. You all see a pack of spiritual, horrible, canine-like things that look roughly like this, but not quite that simple. Like, every time they move, it's like they have 3 heads instead of one of them turning, and then it refocuses on one of them, and then it's... And every time they step forward, there's little crackles of green flame around them, and every time they growl, and they are definitely growling now that you see them, more of that flame kind of like breathes out of their mouth and lights them up in this horrible green light. There are
Hound of
about...
Baskervilles or Hound of Tindalos?
Sorry, what?
Hound of Baskervilles or Hound of Tindalos?
Tindalos
Oh.
are the corner ones, so...
Um,
Were these in the Baby's First Guide to Spirits?
no. These are underworld things. Baby's First Guide to Spirits covered, you know, Middle Umbra. Those of you that have some experience with the underworld can feel free to make an occult roll. If you'd like, it will be difficulty 8 because these are not common things.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm spending willpower.
Go ahead.
Because I'm probably the main one here who has any experience with the underworld. My intelligence is only a 2.
Oh boy.
You got this.
We
Yeah.
believe in you.
Yeah, this is why I'm spending willpower, boys.
Okay. Well, it's a
I'm
good thing
glad
you
I
spent
took
that willpower. So, these are called Tyndall Hounds, and they should not be here. These things are usually deep in the Nile or at the edges of the Tempest, or basically not within the civilized areas of the underworld. And there are like half a dozen of them here. Several of them are eyeing the specters around you, and the specters do not look like they're about to dive in front of them. That being said, you can assume a couple of them are going to peel off to chase after your guides, and then we're basically going to roll for initiative, because these things aren't here to get scritches.
Oh, that attitude.
They're not good boys.
They're not good boys.
Unbelievable.
They are the baddest of boys.
We're
They're
never
the
coming
dogs
back
that didn't go to
here.
heaven.
Yeah, we're not coming back here. The first thing we have to do is kill a bunch of dogs. Come on. Fuck.
They're the
Right.
dogs that didn't go to
Tyndall
heaven.
Hound.
Yeah, figured it'd be some stupid name like that.
God damn it. I
After
can't
the
seem
reference
to...
to Tindalos.
Hold on, I need to fucking get... I don't need to put an image on here, but I want to put an image on the fucking sheet. There it goes. Have to take it from assets because it won't take the image for some reason. Fix that, Fantasy Grounds. Alright, so we're going to assume 2 of them are occupied with your friends. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's roll initiative. And change the music from idle spooky to actually tense music.
Oh boy.
round back to 0. And it did not roll, so give me a sec.
Yeah. So, quick question. These Tinderhounds are servants of Oblivion, correct?
Kind of. These... Okay, whatever you're implying, unless you directly control them, you are not going to stop them. There are reasons for that, and yes. Like I said, these aren't supposed to be here. You can presume that some external hand put them here.
Okay.
So, Dolores, what would you like to do?
Well,
Wait,
I guess
Oh,
I take my company-issued gun, a lot of silver bullets, and start shooting at the first one.
Alrighty.
Next shooting.
Go ahead and take a shot. Did it give these things numbers? It did. Good.
Okay, what's the difficulty at that? 6?
Yes.
can't get it.
Sorry, what was that, Alpha?
Oh, okay, it's the combat tracker, my bad. Alright.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that is a lot of shooty successes. Alright. Well, it didn't dodge, so that works out. So that is 8 success. Wow. You've gotten a lot better at guns than I remembered. Alright, so I suppose I should roll their soak. Let me open up my template sheet with the macros, because these things do not have a full sheet made up.
Good guys, what are they vulnerable to? Is it silver?
Alright, so you do 6 corpus damage to one of them. Alright, so yeah, you shoot it, and it's like a little explosion around that area. And it's like the flesh opens up, but then hardens like clay, and then it's burning, and it's just not a fun sight. But it does seem like it's not happy about it, and it turns its attention towards you.
Oh no, I'm in danger.
Yeah. Alright, Henry.
Hi. I'm going to pull out my gun. I'm not gonna use the silver bullets though. And I'm going to take a few pot shots at the one that Dolores is mucking about with.
Okie dokie.
I completely forget my stats. I should have looked at that. Okay. 4, 6. And I'm gonna use my excellency. Because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop. Three successes.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll for damage. It's not gonna dodge.
Okay. So that would be 6. Pop, pop. Hey. Ooh.
Okay. 4 successes, so let's roll its soak again.
Did you add the extra?
Oh my god.
Did you add the extra successes as dice?
Yes. No, I
Yeah,
did.
he only had
because
2
I,
extra, so
I have
yeah,
a light pistol.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Working on
Okay.
that.
Unfortunately, that one just kind of lodges in the first hole and doesn't do anything extra to it.
Speaking of, what are we using for weapons?
That's a good question. What are you using for one? Oh, you mean like the stat block? It's in our Discord. It's the one in the XWAD book. If you scroll down our pins, it's screenshotted in there, or you can just find it in the PDF. So yeah, that is Henry's turn. So Mason, which one would you like to kill?
Well, yeah, I guess I will dump a essence into my excellency, and I'll put 1 into the soak thing. I'll stay muted for now, because I assume I would light up like a beacon here in the underworld. And
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then I'll step forward and pick an uninjured one and poke it with my spear and see how that goes.
Sounds good.
Alright, melee, difficulty is 5.
I love when spearing time.
And you wonder, why did I bring a spear? That's why. And I'm specialized in these. So that's 14 successes?
Yep.
All right. Then I subtract 1 for the hit. And
Add to damage.
Yep. And then Hungry Tiger technique triggers, which makes it 26.
Oh boy.
Yep. And then my strength is 2 and the spear is 1, so 29. A difficulty 6, I assume, for damage?
Yes.
Parameter?
That's damage is pretty much always that, unless there's something weird going on.
Oh my god.
18. Okay.
Yay!
It cannot soak enough to save itself. So you basically jab your spear through this thing, and it erupts in horrible for it, white light that burns it away.
Yes,
do you
I'll trigger Ghost Eating technique and get my essence back.
Alrighty, make that roll.
I think that 6, 11 might be 7 or 8. I think that might be 8, actually. In which case I failed. Let's actually look it up. One moment.
Oh, you mean ghost eating technique? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look. Eating tea. Here we go. System, wits plus occult, difficulty 6.
Oh, then I passed. So yes, I get my essence back. As the white light erupts, I inhale part of it. And I say to the party, see? Just like that.
Right. Okay, that is your turn. So now it is unnamed Abyssal's turn.
Yes. Going by the moniker Goth Lady now, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to spend 3 essence this turn. 2 for Inauspicious Shadow Plate.
Okay.
So that means I get a total of 5 extra soak dice at -2 difficulty. And then I am going to excellence, and then the last essence is going to excellence my firearms.
Okay.
Because I didn't actually establish what kind of gun I have, but I probably have a heavy revolver.
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna use my heavy and take a shot at one of the Tyndall Hounds.
Okay,
with my...
the injured one or an uninjured one?
Probably the injured one.
Okie doke.
Yeah, this is going to... Yeah, this is going to be, 12 dice at diff 8? Well, not diff 8, sorry, at diff 6. Because that is the nice amount of excellencies.
Okay, so 3 plus your damage.
Yeah, and I believe a heavy pistol... Sorry, I'm just trying to...
This music is annoying for combat. I'm going to switch back to the random dark tone.
So yeah, so that's a total of 9.
For 1 damage. And here is its soak.
That's just unfortunate, but my anima does flare.
Yes, it does.
Oh. So they have 1 lower willpower for all purposes, save how many points they can spend.
Okie doke. Alright, that your turn, I believe?
Yes.
Okay. So Tyndall Hound 1 is going to split its actions. Its first action is... Let's see, I looked this up. It would be 9 dice, a difficulty 7. Ooh, okay. Let me record this down for myself really quick. So, first, after it gets hit by those first couple of bullets, that trio of bullets, it growls very angrily, and it kind of stands still for a moment, looks like it's focusing, and then its flesh begins to warp and transform, and suddenly there are bony spurs and armor forming over top its flesh to protect it, and it looks pretty tough to get through. And then it's going to attack at even further difficulty, so it probably won't do much, but it's still going to make the attempt at... Dolores was the one who actually injured it, so...
Boy.
Yep. So, hold on, I gotta switch back to look up its pool. It's that, and it gets some sort of bonus, but I think that's damage. Yes.
You roll my soak. 1.
8, difficulty 6. Okay, 4 successes to attack, and then that'll be strength plus 1 plus 2. What is its strength? Why would they put a giant one-page sidebar in between the aspects of this thing's stat block? Way to go, Onyx Path Publishing layout team. Woo. 10 out of 10.
You think there's a team. Wow.
Alright, so...
Wait, you're implying there's a team and not just an amalgamated assortment of writers who happen to be working on the same book?
Well, see, layout is different from
layout they actually, I think, have, like, on staff. Is someone who gets paid for that.
Yeah. From what I heard, they have, like, one person or something like that, and that's why all the projects are late, and then that means the contractors don't get paid bonuses because their book didn't get published on time or something.
Working just as intended.
Oh, got the plan. Okay.
Okay.
Only 2 damage.
2 damage. And those last 2 dice are aggravated, except you soaked the damage from that one, so technically I should roll it separately, but on a virtual tabletop it's easy to say the last 2 are.
Oh.
But, like I said, you can soak the worst damage first. So.
1 arc, 1 lethal. Okay.
Yep. No, just 2 lethal. You soak the ag damage, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Because the last 2...
Yes.
Okay.
One of those would have been ag damage, so it would have been 1, but you can soak that instead of the lethal, so it's less terrible for you.
Son of a bitch. Ow.
Ow, indeed. Oh yeah, and basically, I didn't actually say what it does. What it does is it lunges at you and sinks its teeth in to probably your leg, and as it does that, it breathes that hellfire out and cooks at the flesh that it's trying to bite through.
That's my good leg.
Alright, that one's dead. So Tyndall Hound 0. Well, it hasn't been attacked by anyone yet, and so far Mason looks the shiniest and most offensive to it, and it just killed one of his friends, so it's going to basically do the same thing. First, it's going to try to, yeah. Wait,
He's gonna try, yeah.
No, I got distracted because I think I rolled at the wrong difficulty for the actual attack. Oh no, yeah, because that was the... Oh shoot, yeah, I forgot to add the difficulty. I removed dice, but I didn't add to the difficulty, so we'll say you take 1 less damage, Dolores. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Alright.
No problem.
So yes. This one is also going to try to... Oops, roll 8 dice to soak, or create soak. Okay. This one creates not quite as impressive, but still pretty impressive bone plate around it. And then it is, like I said, going to go after Mason. And I will remember to raise the difficulty this time. -2 dice, so yep. Okay, it just misses.
I'll take credit for it and fend it off with my spear. But really, it sort of trips over its own feet. Like, this is embarrassing. I'm not even trying hard.
Right, like it basically like goes to bite at you and it hits the spear, but you weren't really putting the spear up to defend, it just aimed badly.
Yeah.
It's a stick.
It's a metal stick. I'm glad I made it out of metal.
It's a dog and it's a stick. It wants to play fetch.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's
It's
one way to
over.
look at it. This one, what does this do? No, it doesn't want to do that. I think this one is feeling cocky. It's just going to make an unpenalized type of attack. So, that'll mean 10 dice difficulty 6, and it's also going at Mason.
Alright.
You know, pack tactics or some shit. Okay, that is 4 successes. You don't have any way to dodge without declaring it during your turn, right? Yeah. Just making sure. And so damage would be 3 plus is 10 again. Yes. Yes. Okay, that 8 is the ag, so go ahead and soak. And if you don't soak any of it somehow, yeah, you're fine. It bites you, and it just can't pierce your holy skin.
Yep. There's faint trails of golden essence just keep it just crammed right in its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of hanging off me.
No extra actions. So, Dolores.
Boy. I guess I'll go after the one that doesn't have the bone spurs and shoot at it again. Still diff 6?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do successes. 6 damage. Oh, 4 successes.
Okay, so it only gets its base soak of 6. Okay, 1 damage gets through the unarmored hound. That's just lethal. I don't think that matters for Gorgeous. Alright. Henry.
So after I start to see, because the hounds are growing like these armored growths and stuff,
Yes,
right?
one of them did not grow that, but yes, 2 of them have the horrible armored growth.
Right. Okay. So I will tactically assess the situation, and as Dolores has done, I'll follow her lead, and basically run up to the unarmored one to start plugging more holes in it, because everyone else is getting bit, and I can get bit. It's fine. I'll make it.
I can get bit. I'm cool too.
Yeah, gotta spread that shit around.
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
4 successes.
So take a wrestling move, just wrestle those doubles.
Yep. 3 plus, damage of your gun.
Slightly more damage than last time.
4 damage and soak. Unfortunately, your bullets just kind of like, they lodge into parts of it that it doesn't seem to care about, parts that are kind of not there the next moment, and so the bullet falls to the ground.
Oh, this is a problem.
Okay. I have a plan.
Well,
Amazing armored ones.
Right. I'll drop the second essence in for Iron Skin concentration and stab at probably the armored werewolf. Or, sorry, Tyndall Wolf. Tyndall Hound.
The
Definitely
most armored one?
Yeah, the most armored one, because I'll have the greatest chance to get through it.
Go for it.
And their bullets can harm the unarmored one, so... yeah, I'll attack.
All the bullets.
All
the spear.
All the spear. Let's see, so that is 13, 14. Is it dodging?
No.
Alright, then it takes 29 dice again.
Dice it up.
Let's.
Alright.
It has 6.
Double check. Yeah. It already has 6 damage, so it cannot possibly survive that. So that one, basically, the armor shatters around your spear like it's like you're going through a thin plate of glass, and the thing then dissipates around.
Yep, and I'll
Your
inhale
attack.
some more. Can I use Ghost Eating Technique more than once I've seen? Let's see. Maybe not. That might be its limitation.
I don't know if there's any limits on it. Let me check.
I don't think so.
I gotta search for that charm again.
I have it. It's see when the system. Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay, so I'll just roll it again.
Mm-hmm.
Killing ghosts, just an infinite drain of energy.
Yep.
And I taught myself off.
You slurp that Tyndall Hound up too.
And I, you don't know. I'm like, as I walk over, I've got like the 2 hanging off of me as I stab that one.
Mm.
Come at me.
Right. Okay, so there are 2 of them left. So,
Okay.
Goth Lady.
Yeah. So here's my question. Right. I know where in Werewolf, if you attack from the rear, you get a -2 difficulty. Same for point blank range. Would I be able to get either? If I were to move to within 2 yards of it, would I be able to get that diff reduction?
No, because these things are like not properly solid. You can't really get behind them because one of its heads will be turning that way for a moment, and you know the point blank range thing. Like, I gotta assume it's not just letting you get that close. I don't think we're using the complete. Well, you know what? Let me look at that really quick.
Get to the one that's on Dolores, and then started biting her. There.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
always forget Werewolf has all these like weird little rules that never get used. Why is the phrase point blank not finding anything in the whole book? Let's try again.
Did you
Here we go.
hyphenate it or without?
Yeah, I added the hyphen and that worked. Within 2... Okay, given what can be fired up twice, but within 2 yards or less, the characters are within point blank range and the difficulty drops to 4.
Oh, for guns?
Yeah, I did not know that
I
was
didn't
the
know
thing.
that.
But that's also
Yeah.
the kind of range where they could dodge you. But they're not really trying to dodge anyway. So, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go within point blank range, aka the distance to get attacked.
Mm-hmm. Which one are you going after? The armored one or the unarmored?
The unarmored. Unarmored.
Okay. All right.
That is 9 successes.
Yep.
So,
Go ahead and roll your
Is it-
damage. Yep, sounds right.
RNGesus, have mercy.
Oh.
Come on.
Well, let's see how its soak does. Well, yeah, you're not too bad. So yeah, you shoot out its leg and it kind of grows back 3 other legs that don't look as sturdy.
Also known as Yay, managed to do 4 damage.
Yep.
All right. Something.
Yep. All right. That one's dead. That one's dead. All right. This one was going after Mason, but these things are crafty. It probably realizes that it just kind of bit wholly unharmable crap. Let me double check if they have any other good options for attacking you, or if they're gonna just try and go after someone else instead. Because yeah, they're smart enough to get that kind of basic stuff. Yeah,
Tactics.
I don't think that's going to... You know what? Maybe it can try to knock you down while we're doing weird werewolf book shit. Make you feel it if you're gonna pull that on me.
Let's do weird things that are not just doing damage, because Mason clearly is going to
It's going to
all
grapple
of us.
you.
Yeah.
Werewolf is really useful. I think it probably has the best combat system out of the wild lines,
All right.
or at least the most robust.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be a Dex plus Brawl for it at difficulty 8. So let's see, I gave it extra for that, and it's not splitting this turn, so here it comes, Mason. Well, success is all it needs for this, apparently. So yeah, this thing, like, it jumps back a moment, noticing that it can't really get through the skin on your arm, and then it ducks down and goes for your leg, and instead of trying to bite through, it just keeps moving and knocks you right off your feet.
Okay. Is there like a counter roll, like roll athletics to not be knocked over, or is it just you fall down?
And it looks the counter roll would be if you split your pool dodge.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is its turn, though. That does not do damage, apparently. It's basically going to burn up one of your actions getting up or make you split.
Make you do a cool kung fu flip to get up.
That's why they invented stunts. Yeah.
All right, and then the other one was also going after you, if I recall. You're on the ground, so I'm going to give it a difficulty break.
Yep.
Because I think that's about what it does.
That's what they're. Yeah.
Yep.
Difficulty.
It's difficulty what?
It's -2 difficulty to hit.
Oh, -2 difficulty. Fun.
Mm-hmm. Hit
All
a prone target.
And these things have willpower, so it's also going to spend a willpower. It's going to really try and go for your throat. Got to see if we can do something to the Dawncast, right? Okay, so that is 7 successes. So 6 plus 7 is 13. And the last 2 are aggravated dice, as usual. All right. Soak 6 lethal, because the aggravated canceled itself out.
All right.
We did something!
Yeah!
You finally take a damage. Hooray. So yeah, it bites, and you mostly withstand it, but it's right at your throat, so you feel it kind of like crushing and pushing parts together that aren't supposed to squish together. It hurts.
That might leave a mark.
Yeah,
leave
exactly.
a bruise. If my animal was flying, this wouldn't hurt me, of course, but I have it off.
Yep. All right. No extraction, so Dolores.
Well, I guess I'll continue shooting at that one hound that doesn't have the extra soak.
Sounds good.
Successes.
All right. Damage away.
Yeah. That
Remember,
is 4 successes.
Okay. 6 dice, difficulty 6 to soak. And it does not soak any of it. Alright, it is... You do not quite kill it, but, you shoot it, like, through the neck, and its head starts flopping to each side, like you're seeing kind of like a Schrodinger's thing of which way its head might have lolled off of its neck. And then it settles on one of those and backs off a bit, and it does not look happy right now. So, Henry.
Hi. So that hound that me and Dolores are trying to just trying to put any kind of dent in, I'm gonna run even closer to it and like basically try to jump on top of it and just shoot into its back. Like, just die, please! God, just die!
Point blank, yeah.
Go for it.
Alright. And that, whatever, reduces difficulty by 2 or whatever?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And if you were anything but an Exalt, you'd be getting more difficulty for trying to ride it like a horse, but as you put it down, but you are an Exalt, so that is stunting.
Yeah.
So, 7 plus your damage.
Finally, we got something going here.
Yeah.
If it all fails, I'm gonna laugh. Nope. Alright, it could
Yay!
theoretically stop all of this, but let's see what happens. Nope,
No.
yeah.
Finally!
You shoot out its back, and then its head goes rolling off to the side, and then its body collapses beneath you into basically soot and cinder, and then the head does the same, like, a couple seconds afterward. Alright. There is one left. Mason, would you like to try and finish that thing off?
Yeah,
You are on the ground, so you're either
it's-
going to take a penalty from being on the ground, or you're going to take a penalty from splitting your actions.
Is it the one that's like trying to bite me in the face, or is it the one that like that ran off?
No, the other one got... I mean, it's the one that tripped you.
Okay. In which case, I probably will stand up in spirit. So okay. Is there a roll for that, or do I just split my actions and take the penalty?
You
to
just...
difficulty.
Yeah, you just take the penalty on your next action.
Right, and it's 2 dice and 2 difficulty.
Yep.
All right. I might need to spend an essence on melee excellency, which is fine. Oh, wait, no, I think it actually this is the last
Didn't you
round
already?
of melee excellency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
because
the
it's
third
3
round.
rounds, because your essence 2.
And with a spear, that will be DC 7. And then I'll take that 18. And there we go.
Alright.
So that would be 20 dodging or anything?
No, it's probably,
And so I'm resigned to its fate.
yeah, there's not much it can really do. It could dodge, but it can't dodge that well. Alright. 12 damage, and it gets 10 so because of its armor.
It's taking at least 2.
So it can theoretically survive. 4, that means 8. It is undamaged, so you do some pretty horrible damage to it.
Yes.
You...
I assume they're creatures of darkness.
Yes. So, yeah, I did it as ag.
Yeah.
You automatically with them, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So, I just roll out of this prone position into a thrust and stab at thee,
Mm-hmm.
doing hideous damage to this thing.
Yep. And yeah, it's on its last legs, literally, because its back half kind of falls off.
It wasn't even a cutting weapon.
And it's a spear. It's got enough that you were able to,
Yeah.
This thing doesn't quite follow physics, you've noticed, so.
Yeah.
Alright, Goth Lady, do you want to try and finish it off?
Yeah, point blank range shot to the head. But, not actually a targeted shot.
Yeah, I know.
The head flavor.
Go for
And
it.
this is the last turn of my excellency, so let's make it count.
Here we go. Alright.
That's
No.
that's 10 successes to hit, and I don't think it's dodging.
Correct.
So that's 6 plus 9 is 15 dice of damage.
Yep. Let's see if they hate you this time.
RNGesus, please have mercy.
Oh.
3 successes.
No, says Jesus.
Wow.
All right.
You got
Well, it
15.
gets to roll its 10 dice,
Ooh.
and you still finish it off. Aaron Jesus was like messing with
He
you,
fa-
like, "Oh, you're totally
favors
not gonna
no
make it." Yeah. No. So yeah, you fire a bullet, and it just like you see it just barely gets into a weak point between the plates of its armor, and it takes like a split second too long, but then its head explodes like you had just shot it with a huge caliber bullet, which, obviously you really didn't because it's still a handgun, but it explodes that way. And then, like the others, it collapses into soot.
You can actually get a 45 Magnum or 44 Magnum in a handgun, so that's actually pretty big, but yeah.
Fair enough. All right. And that'll be the end of combat. Several of your specters got eaten, but your knife friend is finishing off the last of the other ones that had peeled off to deal with them, and he's kind of eating the soot that it left behind. Don't make eye contact. All right. Peter makes a good point. Do we want to call this here and do the heist fresh next week?
Yeah.
Or next session?
Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
Sounds good. In that case, thank you everyone for watching. This has been Chris Falco with Falconian Productions, and you've been listening to Exalted vs. World of Darkness Pentex.